Word or phrase to describe America on October 22nd, 2020.
Rough.
Jennifer.
Angry.
Tasha.
Broken.
Politically disenfranchised.
Split.
Paulette.
Mushroom.
I'm going to come back to you in a moment because I'm curious whether they're magic mushrooms or just normal kind of mushrooms. Last one, James.
Struggling to survive, we're hurting.
Tasha, your evaluation of this election season as we are only 12 days away from the actual vote itself.
To me, it's very disappointing for the fact that I am the mother of 6, 4 of which are adult males, Black men. I cannot, in good faith, put my vote into any particular candidate. There's immigration, there's the race issue, there's so much at stake because I won't always be here. So we have to move in a way that I feel comfortable leaving my children to run this world without me. And this election does not make me feel like we are capable of the world that I thought I would be raising my children in. I'm very disappointed.
Let me ask you, does this election cycle make you proud to be an American, or are you proud or embarrassed?
I got to teach history every day, and it's like I just try every day to find that common ground that I can explain to my students. This isn't what's going on is not normal, and hopefully we can get past where we are to go to a better place in the future. But I keep always putting it back. It's not me, because like I said, in a few years I'll be retired, and I said it's on you. You have to make this place a better place every day. And if you can't, we're in a world of hurt. And some days I see hope, some days I don't.
A word or phrase to describe Joe Biden from tonight's debate. Elizabeth, I'm going to start with you.
Joe Biden, lie.
Joe Biden, vague.
James.
Vague, very vague.
Holly.
Non-specific.
Jim.
Cognitively impaired.
Wow. I smell a lawsuit here. Keith.
I don't want to say senile, so I'll say old.
Tasha.
Chasing.
Jennifer.
Uncomfortable.
Keita.
Drunk.
Okay, I smell 2 lawsuits here. Eric.
Elusive.
Stephen.
Grandfatherly.
John.
Defensive.
Say that again.
Defensive.
Defensive. And Jill, last one.
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous. Okay, now we're going to do exactly the opposite. And Sewell, you're coming right after this question. I want an order phrase to describe Donald Trump tonight. We're going to go in the opposite order. Jill, you're first.
Posed.
Posed. Okay. John.
Controlled.
Stephen.
Constrained.
Eric.
Petulantly.
Keita.
Reserved.
Jennifer.
Poised.
Tasha.
Con artist.
Okay. Keith.
I like that one.
Surprisingly presidential.
Say that again.
Surprisingly presidential.
I'm going to ask you the first question after we get through this. Jim, a word or phrase to describe Donald Trump tonight.
Controlled.
Elizabeth.
Palmer.
Paulette.
Man on a mission.
James.
Balanced demeanor.
Did you get what you wanted to get from tonight?
I did and I didn't. What I got was more of a civil debate. I was able to understand and hear more of where their stances were. In certain areas, I heard the stump speech instead of an actual plan, and I was not interested in the stump speech again. I want to see, what are you planning to do in the next 4 years? Not what have you done, not talking about the past. They did not talk about the future enough, in my opinion.
I think anyone running for office has to win the people over with their ideas, but they also have to do something else. They have to tell you what they plan to do, and they have to tell you how they're going to do it. And I've been waiting to hear how Joe Biden's going to do all this. And he just doesn't have any answers. And I thought tonight he would have the plans on how he's going to do all these big things he wants to do. And there was nothing there.
I was looking for substance from Biden. I haven't heard it, and I wanted something tonight, and I got nothing. I got a lot of platitudes. I got a lot of talking. And again, just on the fracking issue, since I'm in Western Pennsylvania, fracking is a big thing. And I mean, there's a lot of money involved in fracking. I have cheap gas bills because of fracking. And I remember what it used to be in the 70s and 80s when I was growing up. And $300-400 gas bills in a winter. Now I have $100 gas bill in a winter. I can't say. And he said, well, I'm not going to. Well, I heard, and I wrote that in a chat. I said, here we go. Someone write this down, because he said that. And if he gets elected, he's going to do something totally different and doesn't care about what he said.
Guys, who do you believe would do a better job with the economy after listening to the debate tonight? Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Trump.
Show of hands, who would say Joe Biden? Who would say Donald Trump? Okay, almost all of you think Donald Trump is preferable on the economy after watching the debate tonight. Jennifer, why do you choose Trump over Biden?
I would choose Trump over Biden on the economy issue, just because of the fact that I believe that he has skills and has the knowledge and skill set to actually bring us ahead. I think that prior to COVID, the first 3 years of his presidency, he was doing great. And then COVID happened, and our economy has obviously gone into the tanker. And if there's somebody who's going to be able to get us out, I believe it's going to be him.
Tasha, why do you think, and you have some very specific issues about Trump, but why do you think he's better on the economy?
Because like Jennifer said, it will take a special skill set. And just being a businessman, he has showed us that he can recover in many different areas.
Jill?
I am also concerned about Joe Biden's tax plan. So we know that Trump has shown us that we can have a good economy under him. And then Biden's tax plan, I mean, if 50 Cent is worried about it, I'm worried about it too. So, and I don't have the money that 50 Cent has, but I'm just
Bumper sticker.
worried about it.
So the ambassador from a European country was complaining that you guys weren't undecided enough, and you're still undecided after 2 presidential debates and a vice presidential debate and billions on advertising, and you still haven't come up with a point of view.
Okay.
Jill, if the election were held today, for whom would you vote and why?
I feel like I would want to write in someone. And I know that when you get into the box, when you're that undecided, a lot of times it's just the easier thing to go with the incumbent. And so I say that I want to write in somebody, but I may just vote Trump, except for my conscience in a lot of ways really keeps me from wanting to do that, frankly.
Tasha, what's your response?
My response, according to tonight, I would be voting for Donald Trump based on the information that he was able to answer, whereas Joe Biden was very elusive. He seemed like he may not have been as quick on the draw, and I can't fully give myself to someone that I need to lead us as a nation. I can't think that he would be the man for the job, whereas Donald Trump has turned around and he has showed us over the last 3.5 years that the economy can be strong. We just got to work on other parts. So Trump, for me, is the lesser of the 2 evils.
Everyone. So Holly, how do you answer this question?
Very begrudgingly, Trump.
And why begrudgingly? What was tonight? What did it teach you or tell you?
I think tonight just proved that Donald Trump can be presidential and can control himself and be restrained. But ultimately, I do question his character. But when it boils down to it, I really trust him on policy more than I trust Biden.
That this is what we've been seeing, that the undecideds are not undecided because they're choosing between 2 different policies. They are judging Trump's character, and they are judging Biden's candor and what they think he is or is not going to do. And they're trying to come up with a decision over which of those is more acceptable to them. Living with 4 years of indecision about Biden's real plans, or living with 4 more years of Donald Trump. And that, frankly, they're not choosing between two candidates they like. They're choosing between, as several of you have said, the lesser of two evils.